So as I was planning my filming schedule and looking forward, I knew I had a very challenging August, primarily because I'm going to be traveling every single weekend in that month. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'm going to be traveling every single weekend. Hi everyone, it's Melissa. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my travel essentials. As I mentioned, I'm going to be traveling every single weekend. My first weekend is a girls' weekend trip to the beach. The next 2 weekends is like a beach-long vacation. A beach-long? A week-long beach vacation. With my family. It'll be like a family reunion as well as a nice long vacation. I'm really looking forward to that. That'll take up 2 weekends, and that'll be quickly followed by a very shishi wedding in New York City for the son of one of my closest friends. So I knew I had to really be well prepared, film ahead. Planning my content, I was like, I should talk about my travel essentials. Being a makeup lover, you think, oh, you probably travel with a lot of different things. And for me, that's really quite the opposite. I try to travel with as little as possible, especially with makeup, because A, I don't have a lot of time when I'm traveling. I'm thinking I'm really, either sightseeing or visiting or on the go, and I don't really want to spend a lot of time applying makeup. Secondly, usually the lighting is not great where you travel. Even if you bring a lighted makeup mirror, which I do, it is not the same as being at home in your little comfort zone of lighted makeup mirrors and having all your things around. So for me, I just generally try and keep it very minimalistic, and it also makes it easier to keep track. You don't have so many things with you. So I went ahead and did like a little get ready with me talk through with all the products in my makeup bag. And then I think when I'm done with that, I'll finish up with a couple of other skincare essentials, what I travel with in my purse. All right, here's the first thing. Clip the hair up. So I always start with a little bit of eye cream and a little bit of something to moisturize my lips. This is the Honest Beauty Magic Balm. I like this a lot. I think it is a great multi-purpose balm. You can use it on your lips, you could use it on your cuticles, you could even use it under your eyes if you wanted to. And I think the packaging is sophisticated enough so if you pulled this out, if you're out visiting someone, it wouldn't look like cheesy, and it snaps closed really firmly, so it's not going to open up in your makeup bag or your purse. And as you can see, I'm just about out of this. So next I'm going to apply sunscreen to my face. This one is tinted. It's from Australian Gold. It's the Mineral Lotion Non-Greasy Sunscreen with an SPF of 50. I quite like this. I do think it's more geared towards women who have like an oilier complexion. And if you are someone who is a little bit drier, you would probably prefer this, which is the Roche-Posay Anthelios Mineral Sunscreen. It also has an SPF 50. This was a favorite of mine for a long time. I've recently discovered this. I quite like it, but it is a little bit drier. For me during the summer, that's not so much a problem. I also feel like this is a slightly better tone for my skin. So I'm just gonna dot this all over, blend it in, and make sure I have good coverage. So I'll use this at the beach, but I'll also use it in the evening when I am, back from the beach and maybe we're going to be sitting on the porch, we're going out to dinner, dining al fresco, and you're still going to want to protect your skin from the sun. So I will use this instead of a foundation. That's right, not bringing a foundation. So as you can see, it doesn't really provide a ton of coverage. So I have a couple other things in my bag that I would use to even out my skin tone a little bit more. The first thing is concealer. This is something I talked about in a video about using concealer in combination with your sunscreen to even out your skin tone but give you a really light, natural look. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a couple of key places, like here, where I have a couple of little blemishes I wanna like really conceal. This little old friend here, and I'm getting a breakout here. I have one here. And then I have a little mini beauty sponge that I like to travel with because it's not gigantic. I know it's small, but it does the trick. So I'm going to let that kind of settle. And while that's settling, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. Now, I am packing 2 different eye products. I generally don't travel with a lot of eye makeup for a number of reasons. One, the lighting generally isn't that great. Even if I bring a lighted makeup mirror, it's a little uneven, so I can't get up close and do a lot of detail work. Secondly, you know, the purpose of my trip is generally to either sightsee or visit with people, and I want to get through my routine quickly so I can get back enjoying the fun. And thirdly, I like to just keep it like a neutral eye, because where I change it up is with lips, and I'll get to that later on. I am traveling with 2 cream eyeshadow sticks, one from Bobbi Brown and this one from Wander Beauty. And the reason why I'm traveling with 2 is the one from Bobbi Brown is a real good neutral. This one is in the shade Stone. It's not warm, it's not cool, it's just a great neutral, and it has no shimmer, glimmer, nothing. And, you know, it blends out nicely. This one from Wander is also like a taupey, but it has some shimmer in it. They're going to look very similar on my hand here. This is the Wander Beauty one, but this one has a little bit of shimmer to it, so if I do want to jazz it up at night, I can. So I like that. The bonus with this is it has a built-in liner that I can use with either one. So it's kind of a 2-in-1. I really do like to travel with this. There's one caveat with it though, and I have found this with a lot of Wander products. Okay, just not in there tight enough, and they can fall out. The good news is you can just tap them back in, and I just try and remember that and not turn it upside down. The packaging is not great, but the convenience is awesome. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a little neutral eye with this Bobbi Brown. So what I like about these is they're really long wearing and they're so easy. You just scribble them on your eye and blend them out with your fingers. Super easy. And if you want to, you can drag a little bit under your lower lash line. Now, if I wanted a little bit more drama to my eye and I'm using that Bobbi Brown, I could go in with this little black liner and I would just do a little tight lining. And that pretty much does it for my eyes. I'm going to do mascara in a moment. But before I do that, I want to put a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I always wait until I am done with my eyes because you never know. Sometimes a little bit of shadow gets under there and you just need to clean it up with a little bit of concealer. And I'm just going to go ahead and just tap that in. Next, I'm going to do my cheeks. And what I'm packing with me is one of my favorite summertime travel blushes, and it's the Becca Beach Tint in the shade Watermelon. It comes in a little tube like this, and it is waterproof. So if you wanted to put it on and go to the beach and just have a little tint of blush while you're at the beach, you could do that. How I generally apply it is I just squeeze a little bit up into the tip, and I put 3 little dots, just like that. It doesn't take much, and I just tap it in with my fingers. Now, I am bringing a little bit of a highlighter with me. Kate's been on me. She's like, Mom, you look so much more youthful when you wear a highlighter. So I'm packing the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow Lotion. This is the lightest shade. This is not a super sparkly highlighter. It's going to give a really pretty natural glow. So I just am going to put a little bit on my hand here and just tap it along that smooth part of my cheek. And oh my god, this is gigantic. It's a lifetime supply. I'm not bringing anything to do my brows with. I will make sure that they're freshly tinted before I travel, and that'll be that. I'm just not going to deal with that. I will go ahead and bring a little bit of powder. I have a couple different powders here. I have one that I'll carry in my purse. It's the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. I'm also going to pack this Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. This is neutral light. I don't think they make this anymore, which is a shame. I love this. And this is just kind of a backup in case I feel like I want a little bit more coverage, or I have a few little places that I want to cover. This is the only brush I'm bringing with me. It's just like an all-purpose face brush. This is from It Cosmetics. It was in like a little travel kit, and it says complexion brush. But this, I'll just tap this around my face just to kind of set everything. I'll go over that blush a little bit, and I even just kind of, not a lot, just a tiny little bit on the shadow. I just feel like it sets it a little bit better, and this will go in my purse. The last little powder that I am going to pack with me is a little bit of a bronzer. This one is from L'Oreal. It's the True Match Lumi Bronze It. It is a pretty nice neutral shade. I thought it might be handy to have in case, you know, maybe you're a little splotchy. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this. Give me a little definition here. And now I'm just going to do my lashes. I always travel with my favorite lash curler and my favorite mascara. I have a little PTSD with lash curlers because I did once pull all the lashes out of my eyelid when I was in my 20s. Okay, let's see what's going on with this hair. I'm going to do a quick little dry blow and I'll be right back. Okay, so lips is where maybe I overpack a little bit. I'm really trying hard not to, but with a real neutral eye, I feel like you can just throw in a couple of different lipsticks and you're ready to go for whatever kind of look you want. So I'm going to start it off with this one from Wander. It's the Lip Setter on the mauve. It's dual-ended. Again, be careful, these things fall out. This has a lip liner, so I'm just going to go ahead and line. And this is the lipstick bullet end. I think that's quite beautiful and a really good basic lip color. I went ahead and swatched all the lip products that I'm bringing with me. That looks like a lot, but it's really only 3 bullets. Here is what I'm wearing right now, the lip liner and the lip stick. The next 2 are part of this double-ended set from Wander. I talk about this one a lot. I think these are phenomenal. So this set is Exhibitionist, which is this darker shade, and BTS, which is the pinker shade. I'm looking at the Sephora website and they are marked down. I'm wondering if they're going to discontinue them, which would be a shame because I love this concept and they're really beautiful lipsticks, really highly pigmented, and they wear extremely well. There's 6 different combos, so you could pick out whichever one you liked the best, but I've been so pleased with that. And then the last one is this from L'Oreal. It's the Ultra Riche Shine Lipstick. It's this one right here. What I like about this is I could easily pop it over any one of those if I felt like, oh, my lips are getting dry. I don't really want to reapply, but I just want to like freshen my lips a little bit. It's great alone, it's great over lipstick, but you could easily pack other shades, whatever you like. I think that's kind of my go-to when I travel, more of a neutral eye and just change it up with some lip color. This from L'Oreal, I know I talk about this one a lot because I love it so much, but it's great. Like, what if you're just going for a walk in the morning and you don't want to look like really made up, but you want a little lip color? The BTS side, I like it. It's a little bit pinkier. I could get away without this, but come on, how much room does that take? And this is the Exhibitionist side. And here's another thing I like about this, particularly this Exhibitionist shade. It does leave a little bit of a staining property there, so it wears off beautifully. I am going to pack a little bit of setting spray. This is Urban Decay All Nighter. So that takes care of like what's in my makeup bag. But in my purse, I keep a few key items, so they're readily at hand, and I always have them with me. The first thing is this lip balm from Honest Beauty. As I mentioned, it's a multi-purpose balm. It's just a great thing to have in your makeup bag. I also carry all my lip products because generally you always have your purse with you to freshen up, apply your lipstick. So the 3 lip products that I'm bringing also I carry in my purse. And then the last thing I keep in my purse is a pressed powder. This one from It Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Pores. I also carry like a basic foundation brush because I don't like the sponge that's in there. I don't like it. Why do I still carry it? I'm not sure. This is the only brush that I travel with. Everything else is fingers and a small little sponge. The other thing that I do, and if you are a contact lens wearer, this might come in handy to you. I keep a little contact lens kit handy so it can go in my carry-on bag. And in here, I keep my glasses, my contact solution, and a case. And the reason why I do that is sometimes when you travel, your eyes get really dry and uncomfortable, and maybe you just want to take your contacts out. That's true for me, especially as I've gotten older. I like to have that option, and it's just easy to like know that all that's in here. It's not integrated into your toiletry bag, which is then shoved inside your suitcase, and it's harder to get at. It's small and compact enough to keep, so it's readily available. Then lastly, here is my toiletry kit. It looks like this, and it looks ginormous, but it's super skinny. And I love it because it just lays flat on top of my suitcase and it doesn't take up a lot of room, but it still holds a lot. I got this from Ebates and I will include a link to that below. I just think it's beautifully designed. It has 3 different zippers. This one can be made smaller or bigger. So this can be hung. It has a nice little hook. Up here I keep just some travel essentials, some cotton rounds, some Q-tips, Imodium, Tums. Those are things that I often need when I travel. I keep an old pair of contact lenses in here. So when I switch to a new month, the old ones that I'm retiring go in here. And I travel with them because yes, I have torn one traveling. So I like to keep a spare pair in my bag. So then the other thing in here is a toothbrush and toothpaste, some sample size of shampoo, a little body lotion, a little travel razor, a sewing kit, and some regular Q-tips. And some pointy Q-tips. I have to have both. In the one pocket I have my deodorant. In the other pocket I have my hairbrush, and the only styling product that I really use on a regular basis, and it's a small version of my favorite hairspray, the L'Oreal Elnet. All right, so let's talk about skincare real quick. Again, I try and keep this as minimal as possible, just bring things that are convenient for me. So let's start off with washing my face. There's a couple of different approaches that I take. If I'm just going away for a weekend, I'll pack, you know, a packet or 2 of these little sample sizes from Paula's Choice. She generally has them available all the time, and I stock up on them when I place an order. So I always have a bunch of these kicking around. They're super convenient. They're great if you're only going away for a short period of time and you want to just bring a little bit of product with you, or if you're traveling by air and you can put a whole bunch of these just in that little tiny quart Ziploc bag. In addition to that, sometimes I bring a few other cleansers, and I will this time as well. This little bottle just has some cleansing oil in it. Yes, this is a John Frieda Frizzy bottle, but it's the right size. I've refilled that with some cleansing oil. I also am packing a few of these little cleansing cloths that you can wet, and they soap up and you can wash your face. I just find they come in handy, but they don't do a great job for me around the eyes, so. If I'm going to be gone longer, I'm going to go into like my little sample bin and see what kind of skincare I have in there. Maybe there's something I can bring. I've pulled out this Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. That is like a little deluxe sample size. I'll probably bring this to the beach with me. Then my next like absolute have to have is an eye cream. I'm grabbing this one from Paula's Choice. It's the Resist Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I don't love it, but I want to finish it up, and it's a nice travel size. I'll tell you what, this is what I don't like about it. It's super thick, it has a lot of shea butter in it, and it looks like this, but it is hard. It just doesn't rub in nicely. Of course, it rubbed in beautifully on my hand. It does not rub in beautifully under my eyes. It comes out in a little ball. Sometimes you have to really press it in and warm it up before you can spread it. I don't love it. I think she has other ones that are better. I really like that little gel one, but I'm out of that. Then for nighttime, I am currently testing out this system from Curology, and I will be bringing this with me because this has a bunch of skincare things all mixed into a nice little cream. It's super handy for traveling. I am planning on doing a video on this soon. And then I have a couple little extras that I'm going to bring with me. I'm definitely going to bring a little facial oil because this can act as a moisturizer if you're feeling a little dry or overexposed. It can go on cuticles as well. It's just a very handy thing to travel with. I'm going to bring this little Belief True Cream Aqua Balm also as a moisturizer, just because I had it in my sample bin. But I think it's nice and lightweight enough for the summertime. So I just want to have a little, you just never know, you might need a little extra moisture. And then I'm bringing 2 treatments. I don't ever travel without this Resist BH9. It doesn't take up much room and you never know when you're going to have a breakout, like I'm getting one here. And then I'm going to bring this mask from Pixi. It's the Skin Treats Peel and Polish. So this only takes 2 minutes on the skin and it has a little bit of scrubbiness. When you're doing a lot of sunscreen day and night at the beach, a lot of sweating, I think you sometimes want to be able to like do a deep cleanse, and this will get me in and out pretty quickly. It has some acids in it, so it does do a little chemical exfoliation with a little bit of manual exfoliation. And you can use it anytime, morning or night, it doesn't really matter, whenever it works for you or you think you need it. Okay, that is it. That was a lot, but I wanted to include a little skincare in there as well. It can be hard to decide what to travel with. I hope you have some fun things planned for the end of the summer, like I do, maybe not as much because that's a whole lot, and that you have safe and healthy travels. So if you're new to my channel, I publish videos every Saturday morning, and I will include a link to last week's video right up here in case you missed it. And if you liked this content and would like to subscribe, go ahead and click this little bee icon. It'll take you to my channel homepage where you can hit the subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye.